When COVID-19 attacked Canada, like other parts of the world, school boards found themselves in double jeopardy. So they had to choose between either doing business as usual to continue teaching students in regular classrooms and thereby risk the health of students and teachers alike, or to resort to 100% online education with all the risks that might come along with this choice. At the end of the day, they chose health first. So they resorted to online education until the end of the last academic year. Now, we're on the threshold of a new academic year. There are different ideas, different possibilities. So what were these possibilities? And what were the decisions taken? Also, what are the different challenges for teachers and students alike? And what if we are hit again by a second wave of COVID-19? How will this affect our lives and the lives of students and teachers? To know the answers to these questions and much more, let's listen to some experts.
All schools in Ontario will open in September. However, parents have the right to decide whether they want to send their kids to school or to keep them at home and follow the courses online. Every school board will decide how to manage its back-to-school plan, whether for elementary or secondary school, for sure, while respecting the requirements of the Ministry of Education. The risk of opening schools in September is present. However, the decision was made after consultation. And I trust the school staff who are aware of the situation, and I'm sure that they will do their best to protect our children. On the other side, online learning may be a better way for some kids who will have better concentration and will be less exposed to distractions, as for example, the student in the classroom and also the ringing of the bell. Students will attend full-time while providing the necessary equipment to ensure their safety. For secondary schools, it depends. Hybrid mode will be a good alternative for schools who have a large number of students. I'm aware that a second wave could be avoided if everyone does his part. Online learning is not the best way for students or even for teachers. However, teachers are aware of the challenges and will do their best to ensure the well-being of all students.
Major challenges for the online learning was in the beginning, was the motivation, how to get them to focus, how to control the class. But then again, that was in the beginning. We start to learn new strategy. We start to learn how to get their attention, how to use different resources. So for us, it's an ongoing learning. So it will take some time, and they are very quick. Kids are very quick to learn. It's for us to be flexible, to get to use different strategies, different ways of teaching.
Serving students with special needs is already a challenge on a regular basis, and since we started on the online teaching during COVID-19, we had to face more challenges. So first of all, we had to take into consideration their emotions and their feelings regarding the situation, because most of them needed to be socially connected with their friends, and it was hard for them to understand the situation. So social working services were offered for those students who need it. Second, students had also to adapt to a new teaching platform and adopt new routines, bearing in mind that they were at home. And that had to be done in a very short period of time. So we needed also the collaboration of parents, as most of young students are not autonomous in using computers and technology or the platform we were using for virtual teaching. Third, we try to adapt also virtual teaching and resources, since we were not present physically to explain concept to the students or use the different tools that we used to have at school to explain to them. And what we also did for some students is to provide those manipulative tools, especially when we teach mathematics, to their houses, and ask the collaboration of parents to help them get all the different tools ready for them before class. Finally, teaching advocacy, inclusion, and equity. And when it comes to virtual learning with special needs students, it's really hard to keep on providing specific services and meet goals which are detailed in the IEP of the student. So our lives has really changed at the 360 degrees since March, and we're learning how to adapt and adopt new way of teaching, of learning, and of life in general. So if online classes have to resume due to a possible second wave, I think that the first thing we should consider our students' mental health. It's for sure academically it's going to be really hard to cover all the subjects and the curriculum, but I would think that the mental health situation of everyone is very important. Students have been isolated or in isolation from their friends, from their school, from their learning environment for a long time, and that affected them a lot. So I think that starting school in September will be a good emotional balance for all, and joyful moments for our students and kids who will reunite with their friends, with their teachers, and learning environment.
The decisions taken by different school boards might vary, but the common denominator between all of them is that they all try to provide students with the best academic experience out there, and also, first and foremost, to keep them and their teachers healthy and safe. We wish all of our students a very successful new academic year. This is Mohammed Al-Hadari for CSM.